Hey guys, it's the night before Thanksgiving. I wanted to get on here and talk about this. I'm currently sitting here cutting the cheese because I'm in charge of the baked mac and cheese. I can't get in the door without it. But I wanted to get on here and talk about Cross. It's on Amazon Prime. It's based off of the movie Alex Cross, which Tyler Perry played. And yeah. So the picture that I put on my thumbnail, the guy, I can't remember his name. Why didn't I get whatever his name is? The guy you see on the thumbnail. So spoiler alert, I'm gonna spoil some things. So if you don't want to hear it because you want to watch it, because it is a good show. The show was good. I binged it in 2 days. It's like 8 episodes, but they're each like 45 minutes. But so it's a small spoiler. I'm not giving up anything huge. So the guy, the woman that's in there on the picture, on the thumbnail, he catfishes her. And he shows up to the restaurant and lets her know that he catfished her. He's telling the truth that he catfished her, but he has an excuse because his job is such a big, important job. Let me just tell y'all something. I was literally watching this scene with my mouth open because I was like, this is every woman. Like, this is me. This is what we do. Because the second she knew that he catfished her, she should have been out. That should have been it. But no, it was not. I'm like, see, this is the stuff right here. Like, just watching him in action was like, okay, this has literally been done to me before. Not the catfishing thing, but where someone does something where you should have left them alone, but you don't. And you keep going, and I don't know what's spinning in our minds that we keep talking to them. It gets better and better. So then he figures out that she's going for this job. And he's like, oh, what job is it? You know, he goes and helps her get an interview to the job. I mean, hello, ladies. Of course, a guy helps you get an interview, job. You're going to fall into the trap of, sure, let me go out with this guy and see what he's about. He didn't help me get a job, interview, you know, whatever. I don't remember exactly the order that things went in, but let me just tell you. Everything that he was doing and saying, it was just like, we all fought for this. First of all, the truth. Let me tell y'all something about the truth. I dated a guy who was like, but I told you the truth. But I told the truth. Always talking about him telling the truth. A man will manipulate you with the truth. Let me just tell you. They think because they told you the truth, there's no consequences. No, sir. If I tell you the truth that I'm going to punch you in your throat and I do it, what is that? Well, I told you the truth. Nah, bruh. As the teenagers say, nah, bruh. The truth ain't gonna, that's not a, what is it? That's not a way for you to get away with anything because you told me the truth. So in this case, the truth, got her in a very, very bad situation. So also one of the things that stood out to me was she goes to his house. So he does the whole like, oh, I'm cooking breakfast on such and such a day. You should come through. And she's like, what? You know, like, I'm not going to your house. He does the whole, no, not like that. Yes, like that. If they're inviting you to their house and you've known them for 2 seconds, it's like that. Like what? This dummy, she goes to the house. Beautiful, nice mansion. So of course she's like mesmerized with the place. So when she walks in, this is a spoiler. When she walks in, he has hand sanitizer right by the door. And she takes some because, which this reminded me of myself. I'm a germaphobe. So she, of course, take some hand sanitizer. There was something in the hand sanitizer, y'all. All I could think was like, and this brought me to the fact that a man will study you. Now, this is a different situation. Not all men are killers, but a man will research you, study you, figure out what you like, what you don't like. And it may not always be for a positive reason. It may not always be because he just wants to make you happy. Let me tell you, he did his homework, okay? And it landed her in a very bad spot. I won't tell exactly what happened with her. But that show, you guys, that show is so good. It's really, really good. There's so many twists and turns. Like, me even telling you that little snippet is nothing, because there's so many things that you will not know until the end. But I just wanted to say, y'all, don't believe everything that you hear. Don't fall for the I'm telling you the truth. Like, that's great. I'm so happy for you. Kudos to you for being honest. That's what you're supposed to do, which we all lie here and there. And if you just said you don't lie, you're lying. But the fact that he was able to say, yeah, I did, lie about my picture online, but it's because of my important job. That's why I have to lie. She was giving him points because he showed up. You can't give points just because somebody showed up. You can't give points just because they told you the truth, even though they originally lied. Like, I'm trying to tell you, it was just watching it go down was like, I was literally sitting there with my mouth open like, this is me and every other woman. Like, this is life. This is how we are. We got to be careful, y'all. We got to be careful on these streets. So speaking of that, today I'm getting gas and a guy comes up to me. Now he comes around a corner where I didn't even see him coming. So I'm just making eye contact. It's daylight. So I'm like, how much could he do? There's a lot of people around. But I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and he walks up. He doesn't get too close, but he gets close enough where I can hear him. And he says, are you spoken for? First of all, my daughter was like, spoken for? What are we in Shakespeare? I'm like, I just was thrown off because I thought he was going to ask me for directions. So I was like, huh? And he said, I said, are you spoken for? And I was like, oh, no. Everything, like, I was processing very slowly. So I'm like thinking, but looking at him because he's a good looking man. So I'm looking, but I'm processing too. Like, what's happening here? So then he says, well, could I get your number? And I'm like, I sat there for a second and I'm like, yeah. I dazed out. I completely dazed out. He had pretty eyes, nice looking guy, like I said. So he goes to shake my hand and tell me his name. I was pumping gas at this time. I literally take the pump out as I'm pumping gas to shake his hand. Gas went everywhere. We're both like, oh shit. We were cracking up like, I can't believe that just happened. So I heard him put it back in the tank. There's like gas everywhere. I'm like, we just look at each other. I'm like, okay. I'm like, you threw me off a bit here. And I forgot that I was even pumping gas as I'm talking to him. And I go to shake. Yeah, so, but anyway, I'm saying all that to say, I'm going to be very careful and very cautious. I mean, someone asking you for your number, people ask for your number. That's not like something you got to be scary about necessarily. And I didn't get like crazy vibes. I get vibes about people. I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't get that about him, but I could have been thrown off. He threw me off. He was a nice looking man who walked up to me at the gas station and I just wasn't quite prepared. I had just got done working out, so I didn't even look good. I was thinking, he could not be asking me out right now because what? I don't even look like I just got done sweating. I just did 3 miles. Like what? Whatever. But we shall see. But anyway, I just want you guys to be careful. Please be careful out there. Be mindful. Don't let people, especially men, or whoever you're dating. It's not just necessarily men. I don't know who you date. Don't let who you're dating manipulate you with the truth. Just because they told you the truth don't mean nothing. Don't let them get away with stuff. Because, oh, but I told you the truth. So happy for you. You get a cookie. Like, don't let that be, that's not necessarily it, you know? So I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If you don't, just have a good day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get going on this mac and cheese. I don't really feel like cooking. I still have to go get my daughter from work. But I'm gonna turn on some music and make it happen. Hit like if you like this video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Also, go watch Cross. The show is good. All right, bye guys.